Hey Eric,
Hey John,
how you
how are
doing
you?
tonight?
I am good. It was a good week.
That's good.
So it was today ended well, which is always a good thing. So uh
That is okay. That is good. Yeah, you gotta hold everything together because I am on vacation this week, and I other than launching teams to put one frustrated comment and a couple pictures into a group chat, I haven't been on Teams or Outlook or anything. So uh,
okay. Okay.
so yeah, I've been pretty disconnected. Um,
Yeah.
although not as disconnected as I hoped to be.
I did not anticipate even seeing your online until tomorrow night and
Exactly.
this morning it was like, "Oh, something must have gone wrong."
Yes, super duper duper disappointed. We were supposed to go. So my family has a cabin out in the middle of Alaska, and we were supposed to go out there and help. Well, both for my boys to see it and for me to see it. I haven't seen the new cabin. I haven't been out there for decades, literally,
Mhm.
and got all the way up here, and the weather does not allow us to fly, and so
Windy? Is it snow? It's not snowing, is it? Is it just wind
no,
and
it's
rain?
literally rain and clouds. So it's
Yeah, yeah.
a it's a small plane, and he has to it's visual flight. He has to have 500 feet of clearance,
Right.
and to land on the lake. And the like we actually went up in the we actually took some plane rides because why not? It was
Uh-huh.
like, the guy, actually the pilot was like, if you want, he's like, I don't think I could do it. If you want to pay me to fly around, I'll take you up, but I don't think I can land. And we were like, we'll load up the plane and just give it a shot. And sure enough, so my dad and one of my boys were up, and they got to actually fly over the lake and see the
Ah,
cabin from the air. It was
okay.
clear enough to do that, but the lake was covered
Choppy.
with no, it was just covered
Oh,
with clouds.
oh,
Like
oh, oh, the lake
like
itself.
yeah, like because there's like ground cover. Anyway, and then so
Mm,
my other boy and I went up. We gave it like 4 hours. So sorry, this is the second day. The first day it was like there is no way
no
on
chance.
the earth, so we didn't even go
Okay.
up. So we stayed an extra day in Talkeetna. Thankfully, I found a room,
Mm-hmm.
and stayed an extra day in Talkeetna and went back the second day. And then when my younger boy and I went up, we couldn't even see the lake, couldn't even get close.
Okay.
There's just this whole cloud bank, I guess, not fog when it's that high, but Anyway, net. We were supposed to spend 3.5 days, 3 nights, 4 days, I guess, out at the cabin, and
Putting in
we did not.
electrical,
And
right?
yes, we were. I was gonna help my dad wire up the electrical boxes and
Mm.
lights in the cabin, um, but we
Oh, bummer.
didn't. And yeah, so super duper bummer. So my we're down here in Kenai now, and I just had dinner with my sister and my parents, and decided to buy a 6 hour glacier cruise tomorrow. So maybe that'll be something fun next week. Um,
Ah,
but
take the boys and to see some glaciers.
yeah, well, it's a 2 hour drive away because we're in Kenai and it's in Seward.
Okay.
There's like the fjord and glaciers and stuff that
Right.
touch the water over there, and so but that's a 2 hour drive away. So tomorrow we'll have a 2 hour drive and a 6 hour cruise and a 2 hour drive. That'll be a full day,
That'd be a long
and
day, yeah.
so anyway, so they'll at least see more of Alaska. But
Okay.
I will save one of my things for something fun later. But that's
Is
what's been
this
up in my world.
is this their first time to Alaska?
It totally is. It's
Okay.
it's. I mean, I'm a very poor Alaskan, seeing as my
Not the
kids are
greatest
21,
Alaskan.
21 and 19, and they've never been here. Although I will say, I was texting my wife. I'm like, man, I get so nostalgic, like
Of
being up
course.
here.
Of
Of
course. Of
course, of
course.
course. So just, oh my gosh, because down where we live, we have a mountain. You can count the mountains on like your fingers. You cannot count the mountains here, and which I very much love. So yeah, we did a one-way trip from Fairbanks down. So we flew into Fairbanks, spent a day there, spent a day at Denali. So that'll be my something fun.
Okay. Fun.
And then too many days in Talkeetna.
Okay.
Sorry. I do have to tell you one more, and you could cut this out, but so I go into the hotel, and she's like, "I'm trying to find you another room." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "But there's like no place around." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I'm really sorry, but our septic it's not working," and I'm like, "Oh, so no showers and no toilets?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, my dad's at a different hotel, so we could shower over there, but we kind of need a toilet." Anyway, it was an adventure. Net. They put us in a different building. We were okay. It was fine.
Okay.
And then like the next day, I was like, so she was, this was whatever day this was. She was like, "I can't get anybody here till 7 a.m. tomorrow." This must have been Sunday night, last Sunday. And so the next day at like 8 or 9, I was like, because I had seen the pump out there. She's like, "We thought it was this broken valve.
Oh, no.
Check valve. No, somebody must have flushed a diaper down a toilet, and it got stuck right next to the sink. And they only had like a 90-foot, blah, 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 blah." Anyway, she was like, "I thought it was us, but no, it was somebody else." That I was like, "Oh, I didn't actually." Okay. Anyway.
Bummer.
But net. They were like, they had like moved people around. And so they had a room for the second night, which I was very happy about.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Exciting. All right.
All right. Well, so I did a lot of things Saturday was the day of things. So the new Spider-Man movie came out.
Oh, okay.
And the theater started showing the movie at 7:30 a.m.
What? On Saturday?
On Saturday. And every 20 minutes was another start of another showing.
Wow.
So my wife and I went to a 10 a.m. show. That's the earliest I've ever been to the movies. Went to a 10 a.m. show. Spider-Man. It was a lot of fun. I can see why it made a lot of money. Anybody that tells you superhero movies are back is a little overzealous or overexcited. I don't think superhero movies are back, but it was a fun show. It was a good show. I won't do any spoilers unless you've already seen it.
I have not seen it. No,
but I think it's worth seeing.
That was showing in the great town of Talkeetna.
I would say it's a fun movie. It's long, but it's fun, and there's some cool reveals.
Ooh. Okay.
And then we drove out to the coast. So we went to Lincoln City and then kind of worked our way up through Tillamook, got some Tillamook ice cream, stopped by, got the Pronto Pups, went all the way up to Cannon Beach, and then
I love the Pronto Pups there.
So yeah, we did the. I almost thought I should do Pronto Pups as my something fun, but I think we've done that before.
I probably have, or if you haven't.
Yeah. The birthplace of the corn dog. How can you not
exactly
honor that? And then we drove home in the evening. So it was just a fun day at the beach, hanging out. I mean, the Oregon beach, so it's not like we were out swimming or anything.
Yeah.
But it was warm enough that there were a bunch of people getting in the water and running around. So it was a fun day. And I think last week I mentioned I had the Hume band, which I showed you, I think. Now I have I returned that one because it was kind of bulky and uncomfortable. And now I have the new Fitbit Air, which I have started wearing this week to see how well that one goes. And I like it much better. Okay.
So more positive.
More positive. I used to have when Fitbit was their own company and not Google.
Yeah.
I used to have a Fitbit tracker, and it just tracked your steps kind of thing. This one does a lot more. And
that's what I did.
It's nice. So
eons ago.
Yeah.
The little clip thing.
Little thing you put on your
my pants or something
belt
like
loop
that. On my belt.
I think
that was cool.
I think this one may be a keeper. So that was kind of my weekend.
That's fun.
a lot of fun. And I got a haircut. So, you know,
Actually, you can see I did too. And my
I,
beard.
I can tell.
Yeah, before I went on vacation, my wife was like, "Why are you getting your haircut before you're going on vacation?" I was like, well, anyway,
It's the only time I could squeeze it in. That's pretty much how
yeah,
I don't
anyway,
get a haircut until my hair bothers me. Once it starts to bug me, then I'm like, all right, for a haircut.
yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly. All
all
right,
right.
give me a topic.
All right.
What'd you
So
bring?
then Cloudflare.
Oh my,
What could possibly go wrong if you give software that hallucinates its own credit card? Well, Cloudflare has decided, you know what would be great? Give your AI bots an ID card and a wallet loaded with stable coins. So it's a digital coin. So next time your AI assistant accidentally orders 500 pounds of copper wire instead of you a cup of coffee, at least Cloudflare can guarantee that your bot went and broke within its pre-approved 50. It was your bot that broke the pre-approved $50 spending limit, and not something else. So, anyway, so
yeah.
this is kind of the fun thing. So Cloudflare announced Cloudflare Wallets and Cloudflare.pay. It's a new system that gives autonomous AI agents their own digital passport and crypto wallet. So
Okay.
this will be interesting to see how well this goes.
Yep.
But Cloudflare is now stepping in to give AI bots a verified identity. So it's not just attach your bot to your PayPal account. It's now your Cloudflare, your bot will have a verified identity that will tie to you and a wallet full of whatever you decide to put in it to go shopping online. So the AI agents, they get a web ID linked back to you, or it could be your company. And so websites know who sent the bot before opening the door there. And then human managers can load that account wallet with stable coins of some sort and issue sub wallets to individual agents. So you could have a wallet that searches Amazon for something specific that you want, but you want to give it a price target, things like that. So you can do these kind of things now with these virtual wallets and sub wallets. And you, as the human, can set strict spending caps, per transaction maximums, and approved list of merchants so your bot doesn't go on a midnight spending spree or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see conceptually that we're going to get there eventually.
Oh,
I think there is
100%.
no doubt we're getting there eventually. Is this the right approach? Maybe. I don't know. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So they're not out yet, but you can get reservations on Cloudflare.pay, and the full functionality starts rolling out over the coming months. So maybe you have that Bitcoin that's been sitting in your Coinbase account that I gave you 10 years ago that you've never used. It just sits there. It's probably $150 by now.
It was last time I looked, but that was a long time ago.
Give that to Cloudflare Pay and let Frank go nuts.
All right,
That'd be kind of funny.
that would be pretty funny. So, Cloudflare.pay does not come up with a site. Does that work for you?
It does work for me. So it must be whatever VPN you're using in. You're too close to Russia is your problem.
Am I on a VPN?
I don't know.
I'm not on a VPN.
Not intentionally.
Well, and
Maybe the hotel does.
I use Cloudflare as my DNS resolver, at least.
Cloudflare.pay comes up for me, and it gives me a cool little card with at your name .cloudflare.pay.
Huh.
Reserve your Cloudflare wallet.
Huh. Maybe my network settings are not using Cloudflare DNS, and I'm in some weird Alaska DNS. Anyway, okay. Well, I better not mess with my Wi-Fi settings while we're recording. That would be not awesome. strategy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll check
All
it
right,
out.
there you go.
All right, so mine is about continuing with the theme of AI discovered security defects. Because Google says the last 2 Chrome milestones fixed 1,072 security bugs.
Ooh.
That's more security fixes than the previous 23 milestones combined. So it's not just that it's a clever AI discovery, it's the entire vulnerability pipeline is being rebuilt for much higher volume, including Google says one agent. So this is clearly they've found many of these with LLMs. I assume Gemini, but if it's said in there, I'm not entirely sure. Google says one agent found a sandbox escape that had survived in the codebase for more than 13 years and could have let a compromised renderer read local files. So nice catch. This isn't just replacing the old tools. Fuzzing still catches interactions that are hard to reason about, and outside researchers still supply bugs that internal automation misses. The models are just another high throughput layer around these systems. So the bottleneck just moves depending on where the most flow is or where the most ability to apply the models are. So a bug can be found and fixed in source while most users are still running a stable build that doesn't contain the patch. Google calls that delay the patch gap between the time that they've got a fix and people are actually deploying the fix. So it's moving Chrome toward a 2-week milestone cadence with weekly security updates. So just increasing the pace of security updates.
Right.
Google says triage testing and release can take 1 or 2 days, while waiting for a browser restart can actually take longer. And I mean, that's the same whenever we do a fix that requires a OS restart or something like that, or Microsoft. I'm sure you've seen it. Everybody who runs Chrome sees the restart Chrome to restart
Apply
Chrome to
updates
update
or whatever.
Yeah. And, if you're running a managed version of Chrome in an office environment or something like that, the updates can be controlled and forced by the central command. Restart Chrome within 24 hours, that kind of thing. What they're working on, though, because the browser restart can take longer, is what they're calling dynamic patching. So this would replace background browser processes with updated binaries. So many fixes won't actually need a full browser restart. So that would and will be very nice. So, the larger story is AI can create a flood of valid security work, but safely still depends on the release pipeline and whether it can deliver the work to real machines, and those machines can apply the fixes, and the fixes actually take effect by restarting or whatever the dependencies are. So this is like, we had, was it June, where Microsoft had the crazy patch Tuesday? Might have been July. Sorry, the weeks are blurring here. And, the software vendors are flooding their patch cycle with as many fixes as they've been able to find, applying all the latest models that they have access to. I feel like we're still in the upswing of this. It'll be interesting to watch over the next, 6-12 months to see if we actually reach a peak and start seeing it trend down as all of the bugs that were findable by that model have been found, and then what will happen with, as new models come out, or there's more context that's been given, or additional tooling support. So anyway, it's a crazy number from Chrome, though. 1,072.
That is crazy.
There you go.
Okay.
How about something fun?
My something fun. So I Maybe it's less fun. It's like fun, but not fun. I don't know what to say.
One of
Like
these.
it's an episode of humanity littering deep space. So
Oh,
SpaceX apparently accidentally threw a rocket at the moon, and NASA's calling it science. So
I read this.
what
Okay, okay, okay.
what
I wasn't
what
sure where you
actually
were going,
happened?
but I did see this. Okay.
What actually happened is SpaceX back in January. So what's that? 8 months ago,
Year and a
9 months
half
ago,
ago.
year and a half ago, yeah, launched a lunar lander, Firefly Aerospace's Blue Ghost 1. And
Okay.
everything went great, except nobody told the leftover Falcon 9 upper stage where to go. And so, thanks to science, solar activity and gravity doing its thing, this chunk of Falcon 9 rocket piece drifted aimlessly for a year and a half now before settling on, hey, you know what would be fun? A crash on the lunar surface.
Why not?
And so, of course, NASA had been no, NASA has not been tracking this. Independent astronomers spotted the trajectory using public data before NASA's Near Earth Object team ran the numbers and said, "Oh, yeah, 100% chance of impact." So, how is NASA?
Mooney with the chance of rockets.
So, how's NASA handling this multi-ton piece of corporate space trash? By rebranding it as a feature, not a bug. So, the impact is expected to blast open a crater about 60 feet wide and 12 feet deep.
Wow.
And NASA says, hey, this happens all the time. Meteoroids do it every 6 days, all right? Don't worry about it. But they're going to be able to now, since they have all the data, they're going to watch the rocket crash. And they have said, hey, you know what? This is actually a great way to study dust plumes and refine trajectory tracking. So NASA helpfully
Smells
points
like
out,
some lemonade.
yeah, NASA helpfully points out that smashing the upper rocket stages into the moon is technically accepted and safe as a disposal method because if you can't sweep your trash in a rug, just blow it up on the moon. So,
Oh my gracious.
anyways, NASA's ground telescopes, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, and South Korea's ShadowCam are all tuning in to try and catch the smash up live, assuming weather, lighting, and orbital luck hold up. What I missed was like the date when.
It was supposed I saw August 5th. It was supposed to be
So it
today.
happened today?
But I don't know. I don't know if it did happen or I
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's
live
supposed to
follow-up?
happen impact Wednesday, August 5th. So I have not. Maybe this will be follow up next week. Did it crash? Do we have video of the event? So, all right. Anyways, there you go. That's my something fun. So
I don't see a video yet, but there must be. There must be. All right, that'll be a good follow-up for next week.
mhm.
Good follow-up. Okay. I foreshadowed my something fun was going to be Denali National Park. So my boys and I actually flew into Fairbanks. We rented a car and spent a day in Fairbanks, but then drove down to Denali and then took. This was a little bit of a. I'm not sure if it was a John didn't read instructions or the website was down. I'm going to blame the website because I reserved a bus tour of Denali National Park. It was like a 5.5 hour tour for 6 a.m. And they only gave me there were only two options, like 6 a.m. and 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And the 12 o'clock was sold out. So I had to do 6 a.m. I was like, okay,
Okay.
fine, 6 it is. And I knew I would have to be wrangling my boys out of bed
Sure.
because, they're teenagers. But we did. We made it down to the lodge at 5:45. They said be there 15 minutes early. Now they also said in the email, click on the link, and the link took that just to their website, and retrieve your reservation. The times may change up to 48 hours before
Oh no.
thing. So I got the email. I clicked on the link. The page did not come up. I got a, page error loading. But I was like, well, whatever. I mean, it says right on the ticket, 6 a.m. So we're down there. 5:55, 6 o'clock, 6:05. There were a couple of buses that came in. One of which like parked at the thing that said Denali Park Tours. And so I go up to there and I was like, is this the Tundra Wilderness Tour? And she was like, no, this is it. And they all had like we stayed in a Princess Hotel, so I assume the cruise line, and so I think they had buses that were bringing crew to the hotel, to the site, and then also into the park, for somewhere. And so that's what the gal said. She's like, oh no, these are the people that work in the park.
Okay.
Like, all right. So like 6:05, I go in to the counter because I chose the hotel because the tour, which there's only like one tour bus allowed into Denali National Park. Or sorry, there's multiple buses, but one tour company who have a partnership, and they stop at all the hotel. Well, they stop at some hotels, and so I chose where to stay based on where the bus would stop. Yeah, that was how it worked, and that was the only place that had a stop or an open space. Anyway, net, I go in, and there's a helpful guy there, and he's like, "Oh, well, do you have a code for me?" And I was like, reservation code. I show it to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're on the 1040." I was like, well, dang it, I wish I would have known that. So whatever. Anyway, that's a whole bunch of story to be like, my boys very much enjoyed it being at 1040, not at 6 a.m. I think they would have enjoyed the 6 a.m. much less, but it was awesome. It was totally awesome. 5.5 hours on a bus with several stops, but the tour guide was awesome. I think we made it. We made it to like milepost 42, I think. Evidently, the road goes into Denali Park like 90 miles or so, but right after where they're stopping these days, evidently 5 years ago, they had a big landslide and the road has been wiped out. And so they spent the last 5 years rebuilding the road. And at least according to the tour guide, also named Eric, by the way, spelled correctly.
Good name.
Who was awesome. He said that it's like 8 or 9 hours normally if you go all the way out and back. But they spent 5 hours rebuilding the road. The road just opened, or the road is done. But this summer, the Park Service is going and fixing the buildings that have been unmaintained for the last 5 years, including a collapsed roof. And that they... next summer, you'll be able to go farther and back in. So anyway, missed it by a year, but next year will be better. There's so much crazy facts about the Denali. He said it was larger than 3 states. I think it was New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Delaware.
Just the park itself.
Just the park itself.
Yeah.
And he made a joke about Rhode Island's like only the size of a county, but something along those lines. Yeah. And it's over 6 million acres.
Wow.
Which is crazy. It's huge. Anyway, it was an amazing tour. It was really awesome. We barely even got to see the mountain though. He said only 30% of people that actually take the tour see the mountain.
Just because of the weather?
Yes, because of the cloud bank. Yeah. And we had a nice sunny day, but he said the mountain creates its own weather, and that the weather or the air comes in and just clouds form right there. I mean, at the stop, he was like, "All right, look there between these peaks. Do you see those sharp lines in the clouds? Like clouds do not have sharp lines. That's actually the mountain you're seeing through there." So we could see it. I got some pictures. Okay. But it wasn't like it wasn't a clear white mountain in a clear blue sky.
It wasn't the postcard.
But
okay.
But anyway, it was very cool, and we saw a grizzly. We did not see any moose, but we saw grizzly and caribou and Dall sheep. And other things. Lots of caribou actually.
No escaped giraffes.
No escaped giraffes and no moose, which is kind of ironic. We still have not seen a moose. Although on the walk to dinner, I was like, oh, well, there's signs of moose.
we, we, we have tangentially seen a moose.
Yes, you have been proximate. Anyway, it's very cool. You should totally get up here at some point. This is awesome.
We did an Alaskan cruise, I want to say 15 years ago when the kids were younger. We did a Disney cruise, and that was super cool. I thought that was fun. I would like to go do
down to Juneau and Sitka and Skagway and
Ketchikan. We did those. Yes. Yeah, we did those through that little passage there. That was, I enjoyed it, but I think it'd be fun. My oldest daughter wants to go to Alaska and go fishing someday. She wants to do actual salmon fishing for real. So that's her dream.
This is the place.
Yeah.
This is the place. Evidently, my dad and my parents, they were with us last, I guess it wasn't this past weekend because this past weekend was here, but the weekend before that was Pickle Weekend. And when they flew back here on like Monday and were fishing Tuesday and like already had salmon in the freezer.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Welcome back home.
Yeah.
I guess. Anyway.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your vacation.
Thanks.
And we'll see about you're back Sunday?
Back Sunday night.
Sunday night. All right.
Sunday night. I'll work bright and early Monday.
All right.
All right, my friend. I'll see you later.
See you, John. Bye.
Bye.